Yo, what's up guys, it's ApTreX here. In today's video, we'll be finally testing out GameHub Windows Emulator for Android on a low-end device. Let me show you exactly how low-end this Android device actually is. So it comes with the Snapdragon 4 Gen 1 processor with Adreno 619 GPU. Along with that, it only has 6 GB of RAM, out of which only 2 GB is actually available. This right here is the iQOO Z6 Lite, and in today's video, we'll be setting up the GameHub Windows Emulator on it and trying to emulate some high-end PC games on low-end Android device. Anyways, here we go. Welcome to GameHub. Tap on process later for all the other things, and there we go. GameHub Windows Emulator has successfully booted on our low-end Android device, and immediately you will be able to see some of the games that you can play using PC emulator. As you guys can see, Pal World is present right here, and supposedly guys, GameHub is even saying that you can run God of War Ragnarok using PC emulator. So that is something which I'll be testing out pretty soon on my flagship Realme GT7 Pro. Hit that subscribe button, turn on all notification if you want to see that video. Anyways, let's go back, tap on menu and go to game. Once that has been done, we'll just go ahead and skip everything. Go to this PC section and import our PC games. Once you import your PC game, immediately all the important stuff will start being loaded inside the GameHub emulator, which is necessary to emulate that game. For example, for today's video, we'll be trying out GTA 4. This is just one of those games which I'll be testing out. I'll be adding more games, but as you guys can see, turnip driver, which is appropriate for the game, will also be added, and everything else will be set up, so you don't need to worry about anything. Alright, here we go guys. I have imported all the games that we'll be testing out in today's video. GTA 4, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This is not actually Steins Gate. This is actually the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game. Along with that, we have Assassin's Creed 1. Anyways, in this section, you will be able to see everything has been successfully added. So what are we waiting for? Let's jump right into our today's gameplay test, where we'll be testing out Assassin's Creed first. Let's go to game settings and let me show you guys that you can literally play any game with default settings. So we'll scroll down. In compatibility, you guys will be able to see appropriate graphics driver has already been selected, which is best optimized for this Android device. I don't need to change anything, and that's the simplicity which all Windows emulators should offer. So we'll just go ahead and enable input mapping. Afterwards, go back and simply tap on play now for Assassin's Creed. Let's see if our game actually works or not. I have enabled the touch controls, and anyways, here we go. It's taking a good amount of time as it needs to initialize the wine container first, and obviously this is a very low-end Android device. If you haven't watched my GameHub Windows Emulator gameplay test video, you guys will be able to watch it on the iCard above. Anyways, unfortunately for some reason, it seems that Assassin's Creed is not supported in this Windows Emulator for Android. I have tried changing the game settings as well according to my preferences. As you guys will be able to see, I changed the DXVK wrapper, etc., but still it was not booting. So let's just go ahead and move on towards our next game, which is going to be Spider-Man, not Steins Gate. For some reason it thinks that this game is Steins Gate. GPU driver will be using Turnip 24.3.0, DXVK will be 1.10.3, asynchronous VKD3D will be 2.12, CPU translator will be box 64 0.28, and that's about it. All the games will be tested in 720p resolution. Let's just go ahead and go back and tap on play now, and here we go. Surely enough, the game has successfully booted. As you guys will be able to see, the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Let's just go ahead and enable on-screen touch controls, input mapping. Let's go back. There we go. Marvel. Let's enable full screen. We are about to emulate the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game on our Android devices using the GameHub Windows Emulator. Now at the top left corner, if you notice, then CPU usage is 100%, GPU usage for some reason is 0%, and we are getting about 50 FPS. Well, here we go. We'll just go ahead and tap on this button and start our new game as Hero. Now I have tested this game out multiple times on Winlater Android. I got horrible FPS, like 3 to 4 FPS in this game in open world areas on the same low-end Android device. Let's see if GameHub can do better than that. Well, here we go. Looks like the game has successfully started. Let's just go ahead and press this button to begin the cutscene. And what FPS are we getting? You'll be able to see at the top left corner about 10 to 13 FPS, which is not that bad. Obviously, as I told you guys before, I have seen lot worse FPS. Anyways, let's skip this cutscene, and there we go. Our game has successfully started, and at the top left corner, I am seeing about 8 to 10 FPS, and you will be able to see it is lagging quite badly. And this is the same, almost the same FPS which I get in Winlater Android. It is a bit better by just a few FPS, but still nonetheless not a playable gameplay experience. Obviously, if you want playable gameplay experience by a high-end Android device, you won't be able to emulate all Windows games on a low-end Android device. Anyways, let's just go ahead and go back, and as you will be able to see, the device is lagging like hell now, but once we exit the game, it's all good. Let's try out our next game, which is going to be GTA 4. We'll try out Dragon Ball Sparking Zero towards the end of this video because I am pretty sure that will just give me like 1 to 2 FPS. And here we go guys, Rockstar Games present GTA 4 is about to start on our low-end Android device inside the GameHub Windows emulator. And honestly guys, I am very happy with this emulator. I am not even going to joke around. Quite literally one of the easiest Windows emulators to use on an Android device. Anyways, make sure to set all the graphics settings to low so that your games do not lag, and make sure to do this across any game that you want to test out on your low-end Android device. Once that has been done, we'll simply apply the settings, tap on OK, go back and start our game. So here we go, GTA 4 is about to start, and the only thing which I am noticing is the CPU usage. So let me zoom in and show it to you guys. CPU usage is almost at 100% all the time, not currently, but yeah, there we go, 100%. And GPU says 0% usage. So that's a bit weird, definitely. I don't know why. GPU usage should be 100. I'm not sure because on my Realme GT 7 Pro's GPU usage and CPU usage are both 50-60%. Here we go, starting new game Cousins Bellic, and the first cutscene has started. We'll skip it directly by pressing the A button. Alright, the game has actually started. As you guys will be able to see, GTA 4. I'll just go ahead and increase the brightness of my Android device so you guys will be able to see it a bit better. Now, I am noticing lot of lagging issues, and I am not going to be exaggerating saying that this game is running very fast on GameHub Windows emulator. Well, no, I am seeing lagging issues. The FPS which we are getting is around 15 to 16 FPS, which is definitely playable because on a low-end Android device running GTA 4 should be impossible, but we are still doing it. This is super low-end processor, I'm not even kidding. MediaTek processor Android devices, don't worry about it. I'll be making video for you guys as well pretty soon. But in terms of Snapdragon processor, Snapdragon 4 Gen 1 is basically entry level processor, so obviously I am not keeping my expectations high. And I appear to have hit this truck. My phone is vibrating like crazy. I think the game has frozen. So obviously, if I had to say, I have seen GTA 4 run at better FPS on my Android device inside the Win Later Glitchy C mode. So is it better than Win Later Glitchy on low-end Android devices? I have to say no. GameHub is not the best Windows emulator for low-end Android devices. At least for now. This emulator just released about 3 to 4 days ago. So it's not going to be perfect compared to Win Later, which already is in development since the past year. But I am very happy to see some progress in terms of new Windows emulators for Android. Anyways, here we go. The last game which we are about to test out, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Let's find out if it works or not. But unfortunately guys, it appears that the game has just backed out and crashed, which means you need to change some game settings. Now obviously games will indeed crash in GameHub emulator as well when you try emulating them on low-end Android devices. So game settings actually matter quite a lot. Let's go to compatibility. Here you will be able to see DXVK is 2.3.1 asynchronous. This itself shouldn't really cause any crashing issues, but we'll go with 1.10.3. Turnip driver is alright, and box 64 will set it to 0.28. Let's go back once again and tap on play now, and there we go. My suspicions were, oh my god, I think I spoke too soon. The game had actually booted, but it backed down once again. So obviously not all of the games will work inside GameHub Windows emulator on low-end Android devices. Is it better than Win Later Glitchy C mode? Nope, it's not better. You can go with Win Later Glitchy if you want to run PC games on a low-end Android device. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on all notification as I upload similar videos on my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.